the Hungry Plant. One afternoon, April was doing her homework when her father brought her a present. She handed her a funny-looking plant called a pitcher plant. "This is a special plant," he told her. "It eats insects." "Wow," April replied. "That's cool." April took the plant up to her room and set it on the window. She wanted it to get some sun. "I've named you Harold," she said to the plant. She began to look at the book that came with the plant. It showed pictures and flies and spiders being eaten by the plant. April learned that she was only supposed to feed Harold once a week. April went downstairs and outside. She looked around the yard and found a small anthill. She got some of the ants in a jar and took them to her room. April poured the ant into the plant tank and waited. The ant crawled inside the plant's pitcher and got stuck. It was trapped by the hands inside of the pitcher. April thought the way Harold ate insects was really strange, but she liked him. Only her way out of her room, she grabbed some jelly beans from a jar on her dresser. Harold saw this and wondered what a jelly bean might taste like. Flies and ants are nice, but a red jelly bean would be very nice. The next time Harold saw April bringing him some ants, he thought about the jelly bean she always ate. She wanted a red one, but then she opened the lid. It was just more ants. At least they were the spicy red kind. The next week, April brought Harold a fat, wiggly worm. She dropped the worm straight into his pitcher. It was a nice treat for Harold after only eating ants for the last few weeks, but he still wanted a red jelly bean. A week later, April brought Harold more insects. Harold thought about jelly bean. He thought and thought as hard as he could. Jelly beans, jelly beans, jelly beans, jelly beans. He repeated the thought over and over. April ate a couple of jelly beans before feeding Harold more insects. When April opened the lid to Harold's home, she only had a couple of small spiders. Harold fed him a red jelly bean. Harold was disappointed that she didn't feed him a red jelly bean, but he was very hungry. He felt grateful that April fed him so well, yet he really wanted a jelly bean. That night, when April was going to bed, she ate a jelly bean before brushing her teeth. Then she took another one, a red one, and placed it into Harold's pitcher. Harold was so excited that his leaves began to shake. The jelly bean was smooth and kind of heart. As it sat inside the pitcher, it became soft and sticky. The flavor began to ooze out. It tasted so sweet, so wonderful. He felt himself glowing with joy. The next day, April noticed that Harold looked happy. "Hi there, Harold," she said. "You sure look happy today. Do you like the jelly bean?" Harold tried to smile by curling one of his leaves. He felt very happy. He really enjoyed his jelly bean. From that day on, Harold got one red jelly bean each week. It was a midweek treat before regular meals. He became bigger and stronger. Soon he was big enough to eat crickets and grasshoppers. April April and Harold were good friends. Harold even got to go to school with her once for show and tell. That day he only got a cricket to eat. A couple of days later, though, he got a green jelly bean. Wow, thought Harold, all the colors are tasty. As much as Harold loved all the colors jelly beans, red ones were still his favorites.